I've loved Kirstie Alley since I was 4 years old. I only saw her for Richer or Poorer for the first time today. So I feel a little bit bad that it's taken me so long, but I can say with confidence that it was well worth the wait. This is a film with Kirstie Alley and Tim Allen, and to be honest, I think the description on IMDb gives the best overview. So this says, a real estate hustler and his wife hide from the IRS among the Amish. This was released in 1997, but even then technology was high-flying, and when they visit the Amish, there's obviously a very strong contrast. And yeah, so basically these two characters are very wealthy, very well off, living this lavish lifestyle, and then they start to have a bit of a lover's tiff. There's a threat that they're going to get divorced. But just as they're about to spend time away from one another, they have to go on the run because of some issue that may or may not be their fault. And they end up, through one way or another, living with this Amish family, or these Amish families. And it's all about how they get back to nature and, begin to appreciate the more simple things. But obviously there are problems, and I won't say what they are, but it's very funny. It's a very, very funny film, but also very heartwarming, and has what I would say is one of my favourite film endings. I obviously won't tell you what that is, but I thoroughly enjoyed this from start to finish. Is it the most hilarious film I've ever seen? No, it's not. But I laughed at things that were unexpected. For example, I can't really explain it too much, but the line is, "They all look the same to me." On its own, that's not funny. But look out for that line, and just the moment there's a slight pause after it while you realise what's been said, and it's very witty and very cleverly done. I think Brad and Caroline, Tim Allen and Kirstie Alley's characters, are likeable, and also you could say that you'd love to hate them as well, because to begin with, when they're, high-flying and full of themselves, they're not the nicest people. But they do go on a very relevant journey, and I think the character development in this film is very good. I don't think it feels forced. It's not really one of those films where a character just becomes a completely different person overnight, as it were, which does happen in films. This one feels a lot more realistic and believable, and their actions right through this seem to make sense. And I find that particularly enjoyable. There really isn't anything about this that I didn't like. As I said, it's not the most hilarious film ever, but the execution of the narrative worked very well. I was looking on IMDb. The score on IMDb, for those interested, is 5.8 out of 10. I'd say it deserves at least a 6 point something, but getting a 5 out of 10 on IMDb is pretty normal. I've lost my train of thought. Yes, I was looking on IMDb in the goofs section, and apparently there's quite a bit of this about the Amish that's not 100% correct. However, I have watched and reviewed 3 or 4 Amish documentaries before, thoroughly enjoyed them, and some of the things that this IMDb is claiming to not be true were in this documentary, so I'm not sure. Maybe take that with a pinch of salt. I don't know how 100% accurate it is, but personally, I thought it was really enjoyable, very, very well done, and definitely worth the wait. Not my favourite Kirstie Alley film, not my favourite Kirstie Alley role, but I love her. Tim Allen's obviously fantastic. If you haven't seen For Richer or Poorer, I completely recommend it.